in terms of their approach to
Mukazi returns in defence, a defence that undergone wholesale change. Apollos all dropped to the bench. There were question marks over Relem Mofokeng's fitness after missing the weekend's game, but he's in. And then there's a debut for Masindi Nimtajela, lost at home to TS. Didn't see all too much action for them, as Orlando Pirates work the ball out here to Tsepang Moremi. Oh, Moremi has to net from a set piece in the Betway Premiership. Ball in. It's repelled here by Tabe Ira, and then not the best control from Tabiso Libizo, but his earliest ever in the 2022-23 season. Terence Tukomanja had already got Orlando Pirates off the mark at this point. And the first season they ever met, back in 2020-2021, in this minute, the third minute, Salaki Muflongo had opened the scoring for TS Galaxy. Now the long cross in, looking for Ditejane. Libizo. Oh, lovely little flick from Moremi, setting Nimtajela on his way. Moremi, so much pace! Oh, denied by the uprights.
slick in terms of the passing, swift in terms of the movement, denied, of course, by the upright, but what a move, and quick thinking, what a run. Decisive in terms of taking the shots, denied by that upright. Unlucky.
Well, he outstripped the debutant Vilieke Zulu. He made up so much ground on him so quickly. Moremi, who's fresh from a brace against Midori over the weekend. A single minute of this league campaign. Along with Sipochain being the only other player to have done so far. It's almost squeezed through here by Sibilibili for the onrushing Moremi.
Played all the games wearing the captain's armband.
Given a little rest over the weekend in a game that was already effectively done and dusted. Second leg of first round tie against Gidon in the CAF Champions League. They are waiting to learn who they will face in the second round. To earn is currently 1-0 up of their first leg at home against Al Medic, a Sudanese team who have to host their home game this coming weekend in Libya. So it'll be one of those two sides that they will face twice in October. Moremi has the pace to recover after initially having made the mistake. And perhaps it to that loose ball. Orlando Pirates still had an additional 3 games to play to complete their program. But Sipochain coming off at half-time, just past the hour mark, a lovely team goal, and then Mpom Vilasi in second half injury time, scoring for TS Galaxy. It was also a really nice worked team goal as well.
Now the veterans are showing, because they're trying to cancel each other out in the midfield, because they're playing a high tempo, sometimes more of a counter-attack, so there can't be any room for mistakes in that midfield because you're likely to get punished.
Moremi plays the ball behind Sibilibili. Ditejane. This is Maduna. Bunjan.
It's got this coming effect.
Sibande is coming field. Nicked away from him by Nimtajela, but fallen kindly once again for TS Galaxy. Ball worked out to Velasi on the flank. Here's Relem Mofokeng, who scored last season against TS Galaxy in the 2-0 win for the Buccaneers in Mbombela towards the end of October. A game in which Talenta Bata had opened the scoring with a long-range screamer, although Tape Irumt came from Mofokeng. Brilliant curling effort as Sibilibili gets past his man and fires it goalwards, just wide.
Talk about a player that is enjoying his football, of course, from time to time, but more attack this time around. Shows his skill sets, cuts inside, strong left foot, target.
Scored in 3 games and 6 sub against Sibilele last time out. Put in low by Moremi. And sits Orlando Pirates as Veloyeke Zulu. So Dionato will deliver the outswinger. So manages to gather successfully to what initially looked like a miscontrol. Nearly's played it over the top here for Mofokeng. Lemani does enough.
Quick reaction. The only problem for him is that ball very high, but he makes a good run. He gets good supply, timely as one, and look at how it gets. It gets difficult for him. I think he's enjoying the fact that he's making these late runs into the box.
Moremi's dispossessed, but Nduli wins it back. Now Mtajela gliding past 1 and 2. Still there for Sibilibili. The ball explodes out of that crowd of players. Mtajela has looked very busy since coming on, and he has drawn the penalty here on the advice of first assistant Kamusi Rasulumisani. Sibulela Gunter points to the spot.
Let me put it in a situation. If I was the defender, I would have said that shoulder to shoulder. And how does that become a push? Shoulder to shoulder. Watch this. But then again, Bujan, that's more like, at the end it's more the shoulder, more like pushing him, because they then I understand the coach, but when you look at it, because we have the luxury of the replay, it doesn't become a shoulder to shoulder, but it's more like pushing the player to the side.
Looking for what would be his first Betway Premiership goal of the season. He's already contributed 3 assists, but he's looking to open his goal-scoring accounts.
Just off the screen, I mean, I can just share this with the viewers that the technical team of GS Galaxy, they're actually signaling to Tappen to say he's going to play it onto your left-hand side. Is he going to do that? Is that...
And his first start for Orlando Pirates has given them the opportunity to score from 12 yards. Here, but the antics on the line. Makgopa holds his nerve and buries it with the plum. Orlando Pirates up and running against the Rockets.
The evidence Makgopa. The information he got is that it was going to be played onto the left-hand side, stop it. But then he changed, he played it onto the right-hand side. They are not happy because they believe it wasn't a penalty. But the man at the center of it all, the referee, gave the penalty, and this man converted it, won't take it. Yeah, it was a penalty for the man. No chance. Placement was good. Wow.
It's a fairly well struck far across goal. Did appear as though he got fingered.
Man, yeah.
So Orlando Pirates with the lead. The goal scorer, Makgopa. Still. And they have kept a rising well was down, but back with Orlando Pirates here. Moremi, Makgopa skips it brilliantly. Shot from range. Sibilibili looking to inflict further misery on his former side.
I like we see, look at these runs here. Look at the understanding between the players. They get into a good position. Full laces, turrets.
Taking a short shell, Orlando Pirates. It's a good win from Bokazi. Moremi receiving from Mofokeng, returns it to him. Mofokeng trying to work the space. He wants that first goal. Sibilibili. Denied by Ira.
They sort of having the freedom to the 18 box. Orlando Pirates, swift passing of they need to start hitting the shot on target. And yes, they do. He was well positioned.
Fairly good position as well. Well,
I think it's suited for the left footer. I also think that it's best suited for right footer. Someone could defy the odds.
Gaga strikes it into the wall. Gaga delivers. Chain comes for it.
And what happened here?
Siema. Bokazi. Turns it to a centre. Jela. Ball played through brilliantly here. Moremi. To Makropa. Nimtajela. Flick towards Sibilibili. Doubling their advantage will be critical in a game like this. TS Galaxy are one of those sides who don't need all too many chances, the number, but in terms of shots on target, the fourth best. And their conversion rate of 20.
Velasquez, who scored against Orlando Pirates.
Yeah, Bob Velasquez, he declined to celebrate when he scored against Pirates late on in that draw here at the Orlando Stadium. Titishane. Moremi. Imani gets a touch on that. Bunjana squeezing it through here to Titishane. Lebitso is racing back into position. Matches over their 10 previous meetings in 2020-2021 season. Titishane gets it towards the back post, and Velasquez. It's looped up off his head. Put it away to Velasquez. Mabu was briefly on the ball. He's seen very little of it so far. Lebitso sliding in inaccurately. Has recovered well to win it off Sibande. Mufuke. Probably was his best goal of last season. The one against TS Galaxy, October of last year. Just celebrating his 20th birthday before scoring that. Sibili really looks for options. The first half. They have plenty of numbers. Here, Orlando Pirates. Sibili. Maruna looking long for Titishane. Well watched in the air by Siema. Now Makropa. Nimtajela. Makropa again. Excellent exchange between those two. Atlambi managed to hang on to it here, the visitors. Gaga. Tajel. Now Dion Hotto. Moremi. Nimtajela. Still he continues on.
Sure, a lot of people were thinking, is there a penalty? The answer is no. There was no foul there.
Okay. Now Siema. Sibilibili finding Nduli. Sibilibili was actually sent off in this particular tie last season when TS Galaxy hosted Orlando Pirates in October. A second yellow card for what was judged to be a dive late on. Now Moremi in. Zulu away. Retrieved by Ntajela. Nduli finds Libitso. Well won by Maduna. That's since a 1-0 win over SuperSport United all the way back in April of 2024. Pon Velase with the winner on that particular day. Overall, since entering the top flight, but away from home in Gauteng, doesn't make for particularly good reading. 24 played, just 3 wins, 10 draws and 11 defeats.
Wow, they don't have numbers in the box.
Tijani breaks kindly here for Velase, who leaves it with the last touch having come off a Pirates player.
I think that he's a right-footed player.
Tijani. Gaga. Maduna. Punjani. Sibande finding Tejani. Very quick to close him down. On that occasion it was Sihle Nduli.
More patient. Beganovic trying to...
It's accuracy between these two sides. And, TS Galaxy are amongst the lowest passes in the league. Difficult to really assess what the teams having played a different amount of games, but at the moment they're second bottom in terms of total passes completed. Example, Orlando Pirates' last league game against Sibilele about a week ago. As they get forward here once again. Dion Hotto on the ball. Bring it forward to Matlam. Finally he can get on the move, but it's just slowed up a moment by Velase's touch. Flying across field for Tijani to challenge Libitso. I was going to say, Brian, against Sibilele last weekend, 318 successful passes for Orlando Pirates, is their lowest in the league this season. Whereas you look at TS Galaxy against Amazulu, also a week ago, their 295 passes was their second highest. They are a side that are less inclined to knock it around. They do look a little bit more direct to create chances, fairly urgent on the ball, press higher. Now Mbujana has been tracked by Mufokeng, wins it well.
A good element of his game that we now see. Mufokeng coming back to help out in defensive duties as well. Once you lose the ball, you get back to try and regain it as fast.
In quite a few of their matches this season on this 4-match winning streak they're currently on in the Betway Premiership. 3 have been 1-0 wins, the only anomaly in that streak. Maduna. Just the 8 in total. Tom Raiders, Bradley Throbler, out of 7 goal contributions.